What's up?
You wanted to debate, or I guess we both wanted to debate.
Yeah, well, I was told by a mutual friend that you had a disagreement with me.
Yes.
Yeah, hit me out. I don't know any of your positions. I can't criticize yours.
Well, I think the reason I had gone on a tirade in your chat. So let me clarify. Do you draw a distinction between the state, the U.S. state, and the U.S. country,
yeah,
the U.S. nation?
Of course. Yeah, that's
and the state of the United States itself is counter to the interests of the American people. We have essentially a treasonous state.
No, that's not what treason means. Every state doesn't represent the interests of their people.
Then every state is committing treason.
That's not what treason means.
If you're disloyal to the nation, if you're disloyal to the people, then you've committed treason.
No, treason is a legal term that refers to misbehavior on the part of state officials. But if we're going to talk about mistreating your people, the Chinese government is far worse off than the American government is.
I would say that China was pretty much forced to do that through the geopolitics.
You can't do the...
Okay, why can't I?
Do you think a state that can't survive without repressing its people might not be a very good state?
I don't... It's not a good state. Yes, I'll concede that. But if you're under attack, you have to resort to those measures.
Yeah, this is it. This is exactly what I mean. Other countries can't do any wrong to you. No, but that's what you're doing right now. Every bad thing another country does, even a country as powerful as China, I could see a defense for, like, Cuba being authoritarian. A tiny island nation, poor as shit, right on the coastline of America, I can hear arguments for that. China is a monolithic, incredibly powerful, rapidly growing, quickly industrializing superpower.
The balance of power in the world between the capitalists and the socialists would still be vastly tilted in favor of the capitalists.
There are no socialists right now.
But just for the
China isn't no. It's just capitalists and capitalists. China is one capitalist and America is another, and they're both horrible.
China is capitalist. Let's just say China is capitalist. How do you explain the level of antagonism between the United States and China then?
Because that's what firms do. They compete. That's like saying two monarchies can't fight.
But I want to stay on the point of China being capitalist.
Like they are by every definition capitalist.
If China,
huh?
Okay. Well, you do realize that China has like some of the largest cooperatives in the world. The state-owned enterprises are themselves like cooperatives. No.
Okay, so it's like a co-op, except you have a CEO and his name is Xi. Is that correct?
Yeah, but Xi himself is elected through delegation.
He's president for life. He's elected through a delegation of party bureaucrats.
Who themselves are finally voted on by the entirety of the Chinese
voted on
people.
In a one-party system where each member is hand-selected or approved by the existing party. That's not democracy.
I'm not going to say that it's not. It's like more democratic than the United States.
No, it's just not democratic. It's not. It is by definition not a democracy when only one party can run and that party picks who gets to run.
By whose definition?
Because then there's no choice. I can't believe I hear this from leftists. Why?
How do you explain then the approval ratings of the Chinese people for their own
Hitler
state?
had skyrocketing approval ratings during the height of his regime. That's irrelevant.
Well, I'm not talking about approval ratings just within the Chinese Communist Party. I'm talking about approval ratings as measured by like Gallup.
There's only one party.
Of the Chinese people. If you
wait, I'm sorry. Wait, I can't believe this. This is insane. Dissent is disincentivized in every conceivable sense. How can you call yourself a leftist?
If the people are agreeing with the president for life, then it's a democracy.
No, what? People agreed with Hitler. This is insane. You're literally just a fascist. This is identical to fascism. You need to understand, you're not a leftist and you're not a socialist.
Don't call me not a leftist.
You aren't and you are. You are a fascist and you are not a leftist, my friend.
Then you're a CIA imperialist. You're a fucking CIA agent. How would you like it if I called you that?
This is what happens every time I talk to you people. We get 15 minutes in and then you guys start literally defending totalitarianism and none of our conversations have anything to do with the workers.
If you go all the way back to Aristotle, like the discussions
I'm sorry, I can't discuss discuss like half-baked political theory with somebody who's unironically arguing that Nazi Germany was a democracy, okay? I can't do it. I can't follow you down that road, my dude. You sound, by the way, you're really bringing about the vanguard. I hope other Americans can hear this. Like socialists saying that Hitler was a democracy. I hope they're really going to be convinced by this one.
Launching into attacks again.
I'm not attacking you as a person. I'm attacking your horrible ideas.
The person, when you say that I have like half-baked ideas and you refuse to have a discussion.
Yeah, your ideas. Yes, I'm attacking your ideas, and I'm having a discussion on your ideas right now, by the way.
But you're not. But you just said earlier that you just said like a few seconds ago that you wouldn't have a discussion with me because my ideas were half-baked.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Wait. Okay. Yes. I don't argue with lunacy and conspiracy theory, and the argument that the Fuhrer of the Third Reich was a democratic regime is not an argument I'm capable of entertaining.
Are you saying that I'm a lunatic then? Like,
you have standards that I can't meet. I can't get to your definition here. It's not within my. I can't get at it. So China meets the same threshold of legitimacy as Nazi Germany, because they both had high approval ratings. We've really come a long way to defending China so far.
I don't agree with majorities.
Then why do you keep invoking populism as a defense of the behavior of the Chinese government? China is a nation perfectly capable of propagandizing to their own people. They have an enormous amount of wealth and power.
No, they're not very good at propaganda.
They literally have a firewall across the entirety of the internet. They arrest political dissidents, and they have social programs designed to impugn people for engaging in behavior that opposes the state.
That is awful propaganda that looks terrible to people outside of China, and within China it looks terrible because the Chinese people know about the firewall and they know about the problem with the dissidents and they don't like it.
And how the fuck do the Chinese people have control over the CCP?
Through their elections, through their votes.
Except the CCP picks the candidates.
So the Chinese people still vote.
That breaks it right there.
The Chinese people still vote. The Chinese people still vote on the candidates.
Yeah, on candidates chosen by the majority power holders. You don't have any control then.
They have. How can you say that?
This is incredible. What is freedom? Freedom is when you can do whatever you want to do. Wait. Freedom is when you can do whatever.
What you consider to be free? Do you consider the U.S. elections to be free and open and fair?
Much more so than China's. You kidding me? Yeah.
How so? When the system itself is pretty much completely controlled by the two-party duopoly.
Because we can choose we can vote for our own people. We can choose our own candidates. Anyone can run.
Anyone can run. Nobody can win though. Like when was the last?
Holy shit! I can't. This is insane. A 1.6 billion person country where the dictator for life and the party he controls picks out who you're allowed to vote for is the same as a country that just has an embedded two-party system. Is that the position that you want to take?
No.
Okay, then I'm going to need you to rephrase the dumbass shit that you just said, because that is exactly what you said. But I'm sure you mean something less stupid.
What? Because the approval ratings in Congress...
We just went over this! You don't care about democracy. The idea of... Does the idea of citizens disagreeing with their state make you uncomfortable?
Disagreement to the point where approval ratings are in the single digits, where disapproval ratings are astronomical.
I know you don't know anything about political economy, but low approval ratings can be a sign of healthy discourse.
Don't assume my own ignorance.
Okay, I'm going to need you to tone it down a little bit.
Right on stream.
I'm going to need you to tone it down just a little bit, okay?
You're going to tell me to tone it down when you're insulting me by talking about, by assuming my own ignorance? Why don't you tone it down?
Well, I think that I've actually treated you in pretty good faith, considering the fact that I'm literally talking to a fascist who just appropriates socialist rhetoric.
You know you're treating me in quite bad faith, and I think you know you are being actively dishonest.
Okay, so let's review the entirety of the conversation. We have come to agree that approval ratings are not necessarily an indication of how well the government is representing the people or how good the government is. We have agreed that democracy is a valuable thing. And now when we're talking about the relative levels of democracy in China and America, in spite of the fact that China does not allow people to vote in their own elected officials, meaning that the party in power chooses who gets to be in power, which means that people don't actually have any choice in anything because you're only choosing from a pre-selected list of approved candidates, you're arguing that actually America's democracy is worse because it has lower approval ratings, which, as we already agreed, is not a representative of anything. So I would actually argue that you are the one engaging in bad faith. You understand that your arguments are indefensible, so you are running around in circles. We have been talking now for what must have been at least 40 minutes, and we have barely actually talked about anything regarding socialism in China. The most you were able to offer me is that there are co-ops that are actually beholden to the state power, which means they're not a co-op. It's not a co-op if you have a fucking CEO at the top of it who isn't elected.
But the Chinese Communist Party itself is a communist party who looks out for the interests of the working class.
Yeah, this is what I hear from fascists. Yeah,
party lifted out 800 million people out of poverty.
That's what I hear from capitalists and neolibs.
The working class in China has quadrupled over the last decade.
I hear this from neolibs. Yeah. And Latin America has had a massive increase in the number of working class people too. You're like a neolib, dude. Yeah, wow. Capital investment increases the wealth of a society. Holy shit. You're insane. How do I keep having these arguments? Honestly, I could be playing a video game right now.
Capital, by definition, is an unequal transfer of
No,
resources.
it's not. That's not what capital means.
Are you done? Can I speak?
I think you're actually about to win this discussion because I don't think I can take you.
But that is not the only economic transfer that is going on between China and other countries.
All right, so imperialism is fine as long as you do other things that aren't imperialism.
Well, it's like...
Yeah, no, wait, hold on. You're actually insane, and I'm okay with you being banned from my Discord. Fuck off. Holy shit. That dude, I think, is actually insane. This is every tanky I talk to, dude. Jesus Christ, that guy. Fucking Nazi apologia, fascist apologia, anti-democracy, no understanding of anything he talked about, just posturing everything he said. Fuck. I know he's young, but I was young once too. I was never that bad. That guy's not a socialist. If you see anything about yourself in that person, you are not a socialist. I'm really sorry. Oh my God. I can't do it. I'm not emotionally strong enough, dude. I'm not emotionally strong enough. Holy shit, Default just messaged me. If you want to restart the conversation and try not to be such a dishonest, bad faith actor, I'm ready whenever you are.
Round 2, fight.
Okay. I would really appreciate it if you didn't just insult me. And the whole time it's been me addressing
dude, are you really that delusional?
Glean information about my own personal details so you can use them to crush me emotionally.
No, I'm not interested in insulting you. I just think your brain is broken and I want to help.
Because capitalism in the world still existed. There was still class society in the world and the USSR had to
Dude, you're like a simp. Are you kidding me? Is this a meme? Are you a troll? Capitalism existed somewhere else in the world, so we had to gulag the gays?
Jesus Christ.
Wait. This is why you're more interesting to me than your arguments. Your arguments are insane, but your brain is broken in a very weird way. You are literally incapable of processing information outside of the propaganda that's been given to you. You're not a socialist.
I don't think we can say so for sure that world revolution won't happen in our lifetimes.
Yeah, I mean, sure, if you're like a weird LARPer who ignores everything about reality and is only interested in regurgitating propaganda they've heard from other people, yeah. You think there's going to be a global communist society sometime within the next 60 years?
Possibly. I'm not going to say there is. I'm not going to say there isn't.
Okay.
I just say it's possible.
Sure. Well, anyway, I don't really do like religious debates on my channel, so I don't really know if I can continue this conversation with you.
We were actually having a discussion. And
we haven't discussed anything. We haven't discussed a single thing. You're impossible to talk to.
We were discussing intersectionality.
No, we weren't. We were discussing your non-falsifiable belief that all forms of bigotry stem from class prejudice.
It is falsifiable, though.
How? How could I falsify your claim?
You really want to falsify my claim?
Yeah, how could I falsify your claim?
Help build world communism.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Do you have any final words?
I'm just saying, like, if you don't want to build...
Choke on my dick. I can't believe I went back for that. I'm going to kill myself for real this time. Holy shit. Oh my god. Who? Oh god. Oh god. Holy shit.